Hello, my name is Jean Quintus and I am publishing a new fly every month on my website www.meckejang.lu. You see it there.
The fly of the month of June is a Foamball parachute. To tie this fly we will use a Tiemco 200 Air or a Meckejang B220 in size 10 up to 14, a black medium tying thread. The body will be made with dark brown ice dubbing. For the parachute we will use a styrofoam ball, cling film and a grizzly cock feather, and the thorax will be made with dark grey ice dubbing. We will tie in the thread at the eye of the hook and wind it in close turns into the curvature of the hook. When we arrive at the curvature of the hook, we will cut off the excess of tying thread and wind the thread back to the place where we are going to tie in the post for our parachute. For the post we are going to use a styrofoam ball that we are going to wrap into a sheet of cling film. We tie in the cling film with a few turns. And then we will cut off the excess of cling film. We will secure with a few turns of tying thread the cling film in its position so that the styrofoam ball will be on top of the hook shank. Afterwards we wind the thread back into the curvature of the hook and we will twist some dubbing onto our tying thread to form the rear part of our body. We wind the dubbed thread forward into direction of the eye of the hook until we arrive at the styrofoam ball. Make sure that you get a thin body. One turn in front of the ball and then we are going to remove the excess of dubbing. Using the scissors we will trim it off. Then we will tie in at this place the grizzly feather which we will use to make the parachute of our fly. I'm going to show you now how I am making all parachute flies. First I will wind the head of the fly directly behind the eye of the hook. This way of proceeding will avoid that we will trap later on any fiber tips of the parachute feather. Then we'll put some dubbing onto our thread, and we twist it with the thread to form the thorax of our fly. Wind the thorax of the fly. One turn behind the styrofoam ball and one in front. Okay, and we stop when we are behind the styrofoam ball. It is very important to keep the thread on the rear side of the styrofoam ball. Now we will wind the parachute of the fly, making sure that every turn of the feather will be between the previous turn and the hook shank. When we are satisfied with the parachute, we will use our tying thread to secure the feather between the hook shank and the styrofoam ball, winding turns of tying thread under the parachute. Now we can cut off the feather without cutting any additional fibers, and we have no feather tips on the lower side of the hook shank. Finalize our fly by making a whip finish under the parachute above the hook shank, just by turning our fly upside down. Cut off the thread, and the fly is finished without trapping any parachute fiber tips close to the eye of the hook.
You can download the detailed tying instructions for this fly and for all the previous ones on my website www.meckejang.lu. Leave a message in the guest book with your email address, and I will send you a mail every time a new fly is published. See you in tight lines.